Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. So more cards have been revealed, and I'm going to catch up and give my first impressions on everything that I've missed so far up to Malphite's reveal. Before I get into the reveals, I want to say thank you to anyone who's been wishing me well over the past few days. I feel a lot better now, so that's great. If you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with my content. I make deck profiles, beginner-friendly videos, gameplay highlights, and other lore-related stuff. The road to 5k is going strong, and I need all the help I can get, so it'd be awesome if you joined. I also stream on Twitch often, so check me out over there if you're looking for live gameplay. With that, let's get into the reveals. Alright, so we're going to start with Guardians of the Ancient. So, looking like blue buff is in the game now, which is awesome. Now all we need is red, and then we'll have the buff bros. Hopefully they can be in Targon together or something. I don't know actually where we'd put red buff, but whatever. 3 mana, Spiral Stairs, Landmark, countdown 3, create a Seed of Strength in hand. So after 3 turns, or probably not because you're going to accelerate it, 0 mana, grant an ally 3/2 and overwhelm permanently. This is a permanent buff, but it is a slow and fleeting, so you have to use it that turn. It's free, so there's literally no reason to not slam it on something at some point in the turn, but that is very, very strong. This is pretty much Zenith Blade, so we could actually use this for Lee Sin instead of having to use Zenith. We have multiple ways to give Lee Sin Overwhelm now, so pretty cool. Rockfall Path, countdown to obliterate the weakest enemy. Wow, that's really strong actually, especially against control decks that don't play a lot of things. Like, they have to avoid this obliterate, so it's 2 turns, or you can manipulate it to make it happen at the end of like maybe the first turn, so that's pretty cool. I think there's a lot of interesting play around with a card like this. 4 mana, 3/5, Overwhelm, Targon Overwhelm, 3/5, pretty good stats, defensively statted however. This is Leona stats though, so this is already as good as a champion. Once you've summoned 4 landmarks this game, get me 3/0, so once you've summoned 4 landmarks, it is a 6/5. Wow, that's really strong actually. Are you able to summon 4 landmarks prior to turn 4 though? That's going to be a big question, because if you can play this on 4 as 4/3/5, or as 4/6/5 I mean, then that's very, very good. But if you're playing this as like a 5/6/5 or a 6/6/5, all of a sudden it starts to get worse and worse the longer you wait until you play this. But by itself, it is actually just a decently statted card, so can't hate on it. Blue buff, 2 mana, 2/3, Last Breath, summon a Crest of Insight. Crest of Insight is another landmark. Wow, lots of landmarks. Countdown 1, get an extra mana gem this round. So mana acceleration for 1 turn. So you're going to want to manipulate Blue Sentinel's death on very specific rounds where you want to cheat out something. That's 1 extra mana. It's kind of big brain. 2 mana, 2/3, or I mean, it helps you also like. Does that mana get banked, by the way? Does it become spell mana? Because if so, then it's always valuable. 2 mana, 2/3 is great stats. Just premium. Just absolutely beautiful stats for blue buff here. Really good against aggro decks as well, because he can trade up and he can take multiple hits from 2 attack units. So, okay, that's awesome. I like to see that. Now let's get into Malphite's reveal. This should be exciting. I am Malphite. I am Big Rock. 7 mana, 6/10. He is indeed Big Rock. Wow, I was joking about Big Rock. He is the biggest rock I've ever seen. Tough. So, pseudo 11 HP, and takes a lot less damage from things. Level up, you summon 12 plus mana of landmarks. Ooh, Malphite Talia could be some synergy now. Okay. So his level up condition's very, very easy. He can level up in deck, come out already leveled. So it kind of reminded me of a Nautilus vibe here. 7 mana, 6/10. Obviously he has more stats than pre-level Nautilus. We'll see what happens when he levels. They really like to make these big dudes very powerful. Aww. Aww. Cute. Ground Slam. 4 mana, Targon, fast spell, stun a unit. Deal 3 to it if you've stunned a landmark this game. You can stun a landmark? Oh no, if you summon a landmark. I totally misread that. I'm like, huh? You can stun landmarks now. I see. Okay, stun a unit, deal 3 to it if you've summoned a landmark. So it's a 4 mana, deal 3, and stun. So this is really good with Yasuo. I can see some like 3 Yas, 1 Leona, 2 Malphite, or some kind of variation of that. 3 Yas, 2 Leona, 1 Malphite. Seems good. Stun a unit, deal 3. Okay, cool. That's just a solid card. Single target. It's basically a concussive palm, but deal 3. Yep. Yeah, there's the overwhelm. Roiling Sands. I saw the unstoppable force. Whoa, okay. 7 mana, 7/11. When I'm summoned or level up or round start, okay, a lot of conditions. If you have the attack token, create unstoppable force, which I just saw, I just peeked at it. I'm sure it'll highlight it. Alright. Great Beyond, sure. Seed of Strength, alright, we saw that. Give that to Malphite. 10 attack overwhelm. Here comes the boulder. Unstoppable force, so Malphite ulti from League. Stun all enemies. Okay. Wow. For 2? That's really good. Can you hard run this, or does this have to be generated? Because if you can hard run this, this is obviously broken. So, must be generated only. It's fleeting, so yeah. Okay. Takes off spell shields. Stun that, remove it from combat so that overwhelm goes through. Hey, that's lethal. Can you spot it? Oh, okay. Very interesting. I want to say Malphite is intended to be like a control tool, right? That's like a mid-range control style, like slow mid-range. That's really, really awesome. I like to see more synergy with Yasuo. Maybe, definitely Yas Malphite can be a thing. Like people try Yas Leona. I think Yas Malphite is just better. However, I don't know how good landmarks actually fit into that deck. And I know Yasuo deck space was a little tight, so people will definitely experiment with this. I may give it a go as well because Yasuo is probably like one of the most underloved champions. He got buff after buff after buff, and there's support cards after support cards after support cards. And we're a year in, and people still aren't playing Yas. So, this could be it. I know I've said this could be it many, many times for my boy, but alright. Let's take a look at them specifically. We got the Mouth, we got the Stoppable Force, we got the Mouth, we got the Ground Slam. What is this Stonebreaker, bro? 6 mana, 6/4 play. If you summoned 4+ landmarks this game, deal 4 to an enemy and 2 to the enemy nexus. 4 to an enemy is good. That's Black Spear. 4 HP is huge. Like 4 damage hits pretty much everything that you want to hit. So, he's a 6 mana, 6/4. This is the skill of his, Shaken Ground. Very neat. And 2 to the enemy nexus. I mean, I don't think we're going to abuse the 2 damage to the enemy nexus, unless. So, okay, the only time that that's relevant is if you have Swain leveled on the board and he gets a stun. So maybe we could play Swain Malphite. That sounds so busted now that I think about it, because you can summon some landmarks. I don't know how much synergy there is with that and Swain, but if you're dealing like a bunch of damage, like with Ground Slam and stuns, and this has Ravenous Flock synergy as well prior to summoning a landmark, like you only need to summon 4 that also equal 12 mana to get everything going. So I actually think Swain Malphite could be a thing. This seems really crazy. Otherwise, like the 2 damage really isn't doing much. We're not playing aggro, so it's not like we're going to burn people with this 2 damage. It's very low value, but the 4 to an enemy is huge. That's great value. Not great value as in budget, like in stores. Great value as in like legitimately great. Let's see if there's anything we missed. I'm pretty sure that covers everything. So yeah. Okay. Recap. I like Malphite. His stats are cool. Very unique. I like the 7 mana cost because that puts him in the Nautilus range of like a slow mid-range getting developed and like coming online before like finishing the game at 8-9. Stonebreaker tells me Swain. Unstoppable Force is very strong. That's on summon, level up, and round start. So you're getting Unstoppable Force quite a lot, so that has synergy with Yasuo. So there's a couple different directions we can take Malphite. Yeah, it's Targon. He's attached to Targon, so he has a lot of great cards within his region to also slam into decks. Anything else I wanted to go over? No, it looks like that's it. So it's a pretty quick, short video. Easy recap for you guys. Give my thoughts, maybe a couple ideas being thrown out. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, gameplay highlights, and of course reveal content in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters.